Hello again, everyone. It is Gordon Majak here, back with you on a beautiful, sunny Sunday afternoon in the Seattle area. I'm parked down here at the beach for a few minutes, and man, I gotta say, it is toasty out here. I had to roll the window up to keep the noise out for the video, but man, it's hot in here, in the car and outside. Beautiful day in Seattle. So I wanted to follow up and give sort of a second perspective on a video that I did a few weeks ago, and that was the video, I think the title was Miracles Happen. Miracles can happen anytime on the spiritual journey. That's absolutely true. I wanted to follow up on the subject of miracles and of the guidance and protection that we receive at all time from the higher powers that be, but then also another, as I've sort of lived with those thoughts that I had in that video from a couple weeks ago. It's just so much more has come to me since then. So I wanted to jump on here, and I'll try to keep this short. Now, you guys know I usually just roll stream of consciousness, and I just go off the top of my head. But as I was really sort of thinking about this here a little while ago this morning, I decided that I really wanted to take some notes, and so my writing was stream of consciousness, but I want to just sort of read through some of my notes here and share some things with you, some thoughts and perspectives on the subject of miracles and such as the life out here in the spiritual life, right? The spiritual journey. All right, so when it comes to miracles, miracles can show up in so many different areas or aspects of our life, right? You could be having an existential or a spiritual crisis, and you could have a miracle of a spiritual nature, right? It can show up in your personal life, in anything from your family and relationships to work or your self-expression or financial. For me, the miracle I was referring to there a few weeks ago in that video was a financial miracle. Money, a significant sum of money just showed up in my account totally spontaneously and totally without anything from me doing to get there. But it did. But miracles can happen in so many different ways and show up in so many different areas of your life. And it just depends on what is the nature of the individual struggles or challenges that each of us are facing at any given time, right? So you can be like I was, it was a financial thing where I was just sort of at the end of my rope, and I thought, I just don't know how much more of this I can take. This just feels like a mountain that I'm spinning my wheels, and I'm not climbing the mountain here. I'm not making any progress, and I'm not getting anywhere. And then the miracle hits, and the next thing you know, you're catching an escalator or an elevator up to the top of the mountain, and you're getting dropped off. And the real power of it is not only the immediate help that whatever form it brings you at the time. For me, it was financial, but the power of the miracle is not just in that immediate impact of it, but it's that it reminds us when we're having those crises of faith where we just feel like, there's just no point. Why are we bothering? We're just not getting anywhere. The miracle comes in the real high impact, high power of the miracle is to remind us always that we are not alone. You are not alone. And that's what I really tried to emphasize in that video, especially between God and our angels and our guides and the higher powers in the universe. You are not alone. We are always loved, always cared for, and always protected. Hang on a second here. Boy, it is hot in here. I'm almost done here, folks, but I want to... it is super hot. Woo! So the real lesson there of the miracles is that you are not alone. But what has come to me in the last few weeks, especially since I've sort of sat with that idea that I had in that video and the way that miracle impacted me, and what has come to me since then is I've realized there's also... that's the larger kind of macro, higher spiritual context of you are not alone. To remember that you're always loved and protected and cared for by your guides and your angels and God. But the sort of the more worldly, lower level, macro level of it is, or micro level of it down here in our individual lives, is that we're also not alone. And I think sometimes we forget this. We're also not alone in whatever the challenges are that we're going through. And again, they're unique and personal to all of us. But I I've just been reminded of this so much lately, where it seems like every time I talk to someone, they're going through something that is just so deep and so real and so intense and so challenging. And again, it takes a million different forms, but it's everything from, I'm talking with people and they're telling me that their relative has been, diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and only has a few months to live, or it's a child that has a deadly disease, or seems like lately, one after the other, people I'm talking to have had to put their longtime family pets or their favorite dog to sleep because of various health issues or something. Or there's another area, people are having health challenges and health issues, and friends and getting diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and just one thing after another. And I know how it is, for myself, that when times are really hard, and that's a real challenge, getting up that mountain of whatever the particular issue may be, I know you tend to feel like, or certainly I do, you tend to feel like, man, I'm in this all alone. Nobody knows, nobody can relate to the pain of this a great struggle that I'm going through. This is my struggle, and it's a lot more intense, a lot more painful, and a lot more challenging than what someone else might go through. But you realize that it's just not so, that everybody is dealing with something. We're in a time right now where, if you pay any attention at all, you can feel that the energy is really changing based on cycles. Some of these cycles, these cosmic cycles, have been in play for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And, you can ask Grok, my favorite AI there, ask Grok to explain the current long-term astrological cycles that we're in, these sort of cosmic cycles. But we're in the middle of that, and it is so fucking hard. Let's just be honest, and keep in mind, it's so fucking hard for all of us in our own way. And we can see this challenging time that we're in. We can see, what the stakes are, and we can kind of see these mega changes happening, right? I mean, you can see it, everything universally and globally and politically, all the way down into our individual lives. Everything from the world stage as a whole, all the way down here to our personal physical bodies, right? But the good news is, and what I really want to emphasize, is that I believe that the tides are turning, and I believe that the cosmic gears are shifting, and we are all being challenged right now to let go of the old and embrace the new, both in the larger cosmic sense, but also in the personal sense of our own individual lives. It is so freaking hard out here sometimes. It tests our faith, it tests our patience, it tests our resilience, and our willingness. Ultimately, I think it tests our willingness to adapt and grow and change and evolve as a human. And no matter how serious and how intent you are in that, and I consider myself serious and intent about it, no matter how serious you are about it, it just, the mountains never get easier. It seems like it just always goes to a higher octave, and the challenges just keep cycling back around. And I've just come to the conclusion, that that's sort of how we learn and grow. That's just how the cycle of nature works on us and makes us evolve, both individually and then collectively out here on planet Earth, as we're trying to become a cosmic race. So, but it's difficult. And just again, I want to emphasize before I jump off here, everybody, please hang in there. I know it's hard. I know it's just brutal sometimes, but truly, you are not alone. Love God, love yourself, love your brothers and sisters, and we will all get through this together. I promise. Enjoy your day. You're never alone. Miracles can happen. Never forget that. And pick somebody else up a little bit. Help somebody else out, because believe me, boy, we're all going through some stuff. So see where you can help someone. Take care all. Love you all. See ya.